Hello, everybody. I am the Sock Demon, and welcome to episode 2 of our Balance playthrough. Today, we are going to be doing the Ancient Burial Grounds. Or, rather, we're going to continue where we left off in the Ancient Burial Grounds from last video. Oh, yeah. Oh, crypt dust. I think it's the... Is it the War or Death Oni that's next? I cannot remember for the life of me, so... I guess we'll be finding out soon. Oh, I think this is the thing where we have to use the thing, that thing. It's very descriptive. I am fantastic at the words, if you cannot tell. But this should teleport us to the fight after we light all these candles. There we go. Let's see. I think this deck setup is adequate for this fight. Just gonna faint Blade, Sandstorm. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh. That's it? Hopefully, we will be getting to the end of Mooshu sometime soon. Hopefully with either by the end of next episode. Mooshu isn't too terribly long. Just depends on how long we are here for. Very nice. Alright, I think I have a marker set there. I do. Alright, let's get this done. I believe the yellow will bring us closest to the entrance. It's called near entrance after all. I should, before starting any long dungeons, refill my potions. Because we are going to have to be doing Tree of Life sometime soon, and I'm not going to want to go in there potionless. Village of Sorrow. Here we go. Ooh, thankfully there's a teleporter up here. Okay. Let's leave a marker here. And let's defeat some cursed Ronins. Fortunately, I don't really have much to talk about today. Nothing interesting has really happened. There was a game patch recently where they added a second chance chest to the Ghastly Conspiracy raid. That's the only interesting thing which I've heard about Wiz News since yesterday. It should be fairly easy work. Alright, with that, we are done with these mobs. I can turn in the quest. Yay! Such fun. I am really excited to get to Dragonspire sometime soon. It is... I don't want to be repeating myself, but it is one of my favorite worlds. So this is a defeat and collect. So let's hope we collect. If I am remembering correctly, they did go back and make it so that there's a higher chance of collecting things whenever, well, it's a defeat and collect quest. Something which I've never really understood is why balance just never gets a prism. They do exist in the game. There are item card balance prisms, but they only exist, well, as item cards on really shitty amulets. So it's just, it's silly in my mind why balance doesn't already just have prisms. But what's to be done about it? What's to be done? Oh, looks like we're at our first sigil. Honestly, there's no fights besides like the Jade Oni, which I really need to alter my deck for, unless it's like another balance mob boss. Because just Feint, Blade, Sandstorm just kills everything, unfortunately. And just like that, It's over. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Ooh, The Walking Dead. How fun. Not sure if that's a pop culture reference or just uncreative name making. Either way. Speaking of pop culture references in Wiz, in later worlds, like it feels like entire arcs are just made around these pop culture references, and it's really just I don't want to say it gets tedious because like sure those pieces of media can't some are good, some are bad, just depends on what they're pulling from, of course, naturally. But I prefer them to create their own story and like maybe for side quests make a bunch of pop culture references. I'm mainly talking about Imperia here, of course, because Imperia is just constant references to other just like entirely unrelated things. Like Star Trek, for example. Like I have watched a small amount of Star Trek. I enjoyed what little of it that I did watch. But Star Trek references in my wizard game. Ooh, got a badge. I've only defeated 100 undead creatures? I mean, like, I guess it makes sense, but damn. Ooh, level up. I do need to make a better pet sometime soon. I'm like, I do have this pet. It's fairly decent for support. But I don't really have any good pets on this wizard besides my quince damage pet. Maybe a, triple damage mighty will cast hex proof pet. I think that's the ideal pet for, honestly, for most wizards, to be honest. A little bit of resist, a little bit of damage, mighty to boost it all, and will cast hex. If you don't know what will cast hex is, or just will cast in general, basically, it allows you to cast an additional spell for one, uh, on the same turn. Basically, you're able to cast two spells at the same time, but there's like certain conditions that need to be met. You need to have some happiness for your pet. But will cast hex in particular is really useful because it's a 30% trap, universal trap that you can put on, well, any boss up to 3 times per up to 3 times basically. It's really useful. If you don't have one, you should make one, and it's really easy to unlock because an additional feature about will casts is that you need to use like pet tokens, which is something they added in like a pet update years ago at this point. Anyways, make a well-cast hex pet if you haven't already. It's also used for a lot of uh, strategies related to like gold keys and whatnot. Well, gold key bosses rather. I think I'm gonna triple blade, and I think I'm also gonna judgment. I do think I should try to acquire some TC Purges and some TC Cleanse Charms, because, well, especially for Dragonspire, they weakness spam a lot. I think this kills. I think it overkills, actually. If you need, like, tier 1 spellments, I think they're only spiritual, though. If you need tier 1 spellments and you don't want to farm, like, Lord Nightshade or something else that drops tier 1s, I mean, Lord Nightshade challenge rate matches, that's probably one of the best ones, because it respawns pretty frequently. But if you need, like, Arc 1 spellments generally, because you don't need tier 1 spellments that often, I would just do, some bosses in Dragonspire. Yeah. Are we done with Village of Sorrow? No, definitely not. Definitely gonna leave another marker there. I think that's probably superfluous because I had a marker just next to that, not too far away, maybe like 20 units. I mean, like, is Tree of Life coming up next? Like, that'd be shockingly fast if it is. Oh, I guess it is. Man, I honestly forgot how short this area is. Dang. Well, I'm gonna leave a marker here. And I'm gonna go and refill some potions at the fairgrounds real quick. Alright. Let's see if we can beat the Tree of Life without any deaths. I believe. Let's go. I hate this area. You can get pulled so easily from these guys. Well, should we also do the secret boss in Tree of Life? I mean, like, I feel like that would bring an additional challenge. Like, if we do the Death Oni. If we find the Death Oni to be too easy, we may as well do the secret boss. I think I'd have to look it up or make a cut whenever I fail to go to the right tower for the umpteenth time. Alright. This should be easy work. Okay, I'm just gonna refill these, as always. Don't want to run out of monstrous TCs, or else it's gonna make my life a little bit more difficult. Oh, that's unfortunate. Naturally. Gotta love fizzling. If there's like one mechanic in this game which I think is not only fleshed out poorly, but also functions in an infuriating way, it has to be mantles and just generally accuracy debuffs. I do think the concept of an accuracy debuff trap is more interesting than an accuracy blade, though. I mean, like, it would be a really silly idea, but I can imagine that being used for, like, a particular boss's cheats, where you can only hit with, like, AoEs in order to actually guarantee not to fizzle, because let's say that you have, like, let's say it's like a 200% accuracy debuff trap or shield on a boss. I feel like that's an actually interesting idea. That's why KI is never gonna add it. Alrighty. I feel like the grass here looks a little bit better than the rest of Mooshu. Speaking of grass and Mooshu, you can still see it right here where my cursor is hovering. You can see where it just doesn't meld right with the rest of the terrain. I can go on all day about complaining about the texturing of Mooshu, if I didn't do that enough already in the first video. Oh. Please don't get pulled, please don't get pulled, please don't get pulled. Okie dokie. Use the Tree of Life and Tree of Life. The Tree of Life has been used in the Tree of Life. Alright. I do fear that the Death Oni is going to be disappointingly easy to do. Yeah. I do think I'm probably going to add a second Feint to my deck, though. I think one more blade, and then we will kill. Ah. Man, really? Really? Another mantle? Thankfully I powered it. The Death Oni. Honestly, I don't think we need a second feint, but I'll put in one just in case anyways. Oh. I'm like, we still definitely kill without the second feint, so... They can weakness. Well, I feel like, you know what? If they can weakness, which honestly I have no idea if they can or not, a feint will just guarantee the kill of the Death Oni regardless. Ooh, a natural attack. Solid damage, to be honest, but why are you casting a myth hit? There we go. Alright, let's do the secret boss. That was honestly kind of disappointingly easy. To be honest, even if we do the secret boss, it's probably going to be the same strategy of buff stacking regardless. Well, if it is, it is, but we'll have a fun badge to brag about. I think it's this. Yep. The yokai? I don't know. I can't pronounce words. Even ones in my own language, so... I think I'm gonna Blade into the Sandstorm, or Sandstorm first turn if... Oh, definitely gonna Blade into the Sandstorm. Oh my goodness, that's actual HP. Dang. Hey. I'm glad I brought a second feint, but I'm not sure if that's gonna do me enough good. I'll do that. Into the Sandstorm into... I think I'm just gonna do a... I think I'm gonna try to get max pips, and then Judgment. I mean, that's about as good as it's gonna get, unfortunately. Well, hopefully I don't fizzle. Hey, it powered. Love mantles. They're my favorite game mechanic. Good thing I'm not death. I think I'll pass her like 3 turns, maybe 4. Until it feels right, until the cards align. Well, I'm gonna guess this is probably going to, like... It's definitely gonna kill. That's all I know for sure. Maybe upwards of 10,000 damage? I don't think it can even go that... I don't even think it'll reach that, but it's definitely not going any higher. Oh! Pretty close, pretty close. Sword Saint. Alright, time to get to the Jade Palace. Oh, we're at the end of Mooshu, it appears. Is Mooshu really that short? I'm probably in a potion, because I'm too lazy to grab health. I know the Jade only can weakness, but given how much damage it did to the yokai, it's probably not going to be an issue of any sorts. Man, I'm just doing overkill for the sake of overkill, aren't I? Let me do a little bit of That's the weakness I was talking about. Oh, I should have bladed. Oh, This is definitely gonna overkill. Overkill never hurt me. Are we gonna be fighting Cyrus Drake next? Sounds right. Yep. Pretty easy fight. It's also one of the best places to farm wooden keys if you ever need them for any wooden skeleton key bosses. Oh yeah. We good, we good. Alvarez. A new spell. I love new spells. You know what? I'll talk to you first, Alvarez. Still probably mispronouncing your name, but... Ooh, donate power. Adra, I see, I see. Never going to fix my deck now. Yeah, I was lacking on grabbing my spells. Well, I think between episodes I'm gonna move some spellments over to this wizard so I can tier 5 a bunch of these spells. Oh, I haven't done Grizzleheim yet. I might do Grizzleheim off screen, but I'll probably almost certainly do Wintertusk on screen. It's actually a fun area. Well, it's a fun area excluding the final area. The final, like, dungeon is horrendous to solo. I've soloed it before, I think. Honestly, I don't remember. Do not solo it on your own generally, unless you're doing something stupid. Or if you're just genuinely that good at the game. I know I'm not. Bro only has half the health of what Cyrus Drake had. I mean, Malistaire Drake has. And do you think you're an apt comparison to your brother? Brother. You don't even have minions! I mean, like, honestly, I shouldn't be comparing him. Whenever Malistaire be casting dark sprites out here. I'll paint into the judgment. Well, if I get a noob pip, I think I'll probably do another feint. Oh, oh. Honestly, the way that I buff is just vibes. Oh, damn. Ooh, to Dragonspire already? I forgot how short some of these pre-quests are in Arc 1. Well, folks, honestly, I think I'm going to call it here today. I've really enjoyed this, actually, and I'm excited to start questing this world. Uh, I do think the next couple of episodes are going to be an absolute blast, and maybe even potentially slightly challenging. Alright, I think that's enough out of me. I will be seeing y'all later. Goodbye.